Hello and welcome back to the Join Dota League Season 4 here on HeflaTV 1. I'm Grandisfino. I'll be joined again by Heflamook for Game 2 of a best of 3 between compLexity Gaming and TheBusinessGaming from the Join Dota League Division 1/2 playoffs.
Yep, we have 666 viewers. We're doomed.
We are doomed.
Absolutely. With crucifix and everything.
Oh no, we lost another one.
Oh yeah, no, it's 665 now. Never mind that.
Dear.
Okay, so we actually have to cast Dota now.
I think so too. For now, we're going to start off with some pretty similar bans. At the very least from compLexity, with Puck and Nightstalker taken out. Business Gaming are going to ban the Tide and Brewmaster.
Yep, again the Nightstalker and the Puck, like just like game 1, and I still don't understand why. Like, I absolutely don't. Like, it doesn't make any sense for me unless Business Gaming is something they, I don't know, something they pick or something the compLexity just don't want to play against.
I could definitely respect not wanting to play against Nightstalker, especially if they're still not super comfortable on the patch. I don't know, he's really annoying, especially with the recent changes to Darkness. Probably doesn't deserve that first ban slot, but I think it is just something they don't want to play against. I haven't seen the Business Gaming pick up that Nightstalker very much, at least from the games that I looked at, which isn't very many, to be fair.
But I'm happy. I mean, the Panda is banned out, so because I hate Panda, just, I don't know, sorry for all the Pandas. I know you guys are in danger to be extinct, but like in this game, I definitely hate them. Of course, the real-life Pandas are so cute, nobody can hate them. Either way, Vengeful Spirit is again, and the Juggernaut, this time on the other side, and the Earthshaker, who was banned second stage, second ban. First game is now the first pick of Business Gaming.
Yeah. We'll have to see how it works out for compLexity this time around. In Game 1, for the Business Gaming, the Juggernaut really didn't do very much for them at all. Earthshaker is definitely a very solid hero to pick up, but another one of those supports that honestly could be picked up later if they really wanted to, but not something that you have to work around. Very flexible when it comes to how you can play him. You can go pretty aggressively with that stun, roam around, look for kills across other lanes, or just defend your carries farm. So I think it's okay for them, but I don't know. What do you think Business Gaming need to change in game number 2 after seeing their game 1 performance?
I mean, I said it in the outro already. For me, the draft was absolutely fine. I saw what they wanted to do. The problem is they never did it. That's, I don't know, that's like buying a boat and moving, I don't know, into a desert. It just didn't work out. I mean, they picked a broad, never pushed with it. They had like the silence initiate with Legion Commander plus Omni Slash plus Death Ward and Casket Bounces Maledict maybe on the target. This combo, and they never, not even when they were defending the base, they never got it up, and that's where the game failed. Everything else was fine. I mean, the laning stage was good for them. Like they equally traded, but yeah, as soon as it came to like going for the objectives and then making the right ganks, the proper team fights, maybe even using the Prod Mother to go for Roshan because you can sneak in there. That would have been all possible, but item choices, execution, that's where it failed, and that has to be better.
Yeah, I think so. Right now, my Skype's doing some weird stuff. Hopefully it holds. For now, it's okay. The next pickup for the Business Gaming is going to be Viper. It really feels like what they're bringing to the table right now is just very low risk, low reward as well. Viper, although he does well in lane, doesn't really do much with that farm unless you really crush the lane opponent, which is what you kind of need to do to make that hero work out. For compLexity Gaming, I like what they're bringing to the table, especially after Moonmeander's performance in the Vengeful Spirit in game number 1. Really did a pretty good job, especially with the swaps and combos well with the Juggernaut as well. Minus armor makes Omni Slash hit really hard, and setting up with Magic Missile might see a very early first blood with the Whirling Death.
Yep, definitely like it. I mean, the Vengeful Spirit is overall always a great thing to have. Like swap minus Omni, you already said it, damage is boosted and you have a stun there. The Juggernaut should be fine here if he's like right on his magic immunity, especially against Earthshaker, so there should not be a fissure that catches him at some point. But of course, you never know, because the Juggernaut last game, we also thought he's gonna have much more impact, especially after his nice farm and like an early kill on the Nature's Prophet, but in the end, like, what did we see? Like, 2 Omni Slash kills, 1 on the Vengeful, 1 on the Axe, and everything else went into big fat creep waves or nicely protected Nature's Prophet by his trees. That's pretty much what we saw in game 1. compLexity now, well, let's see. Maybe we see a better Juggernaut. But first of all, we have the bans. They're almost through with it. Queen of Pain, it was an early ban last game. This time we see her again in the second rotation. Razor now being banned out. I completely understand this one. The Razor actually did quite good. Like, after they rotated him out of the mid in game 1, like, he did really good. In all of the team fights, he managed to steal close to the 200 damage. Like, in the last fight around Roshan, he had like 196 stack and completely wrecked the heroes of Business Gaming there. So banning him out is definitely nice. Now compLexity, they ban supports. Scarab Mage and AA.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent way to go about doing it. They both combo pretty well with the Earthshaker, although Chilling Touch doesn't get much use with Earthshaker. It's still pretty nice to just have that setup stun for Cold Feet on top of it all, and it shuts down the healing ward very... Oh my goodness, I lost my words, but it is really annoying for Juggernaut if that HF or Ice Blast lands onto multiple targets while you're looking for a push.
Yep, and now it's... We have to see, like, we need still some substance here for compLexity. We still don't have a mid hero for compLexity. I think we're gonna... Oh, never mind that. compLexity wants to give us something. Not just for us, of course, the cast is also for the viewers. We're gonna see a Pudge. Now the question is, do we see Pudge placed into the mid, like pub-style Pudge, or do we see a level 1 support Pudge? I would say the second, the latter one is the case here, since Pudge has been buffed. I actually tried it out in one of my pubs as well, and it's quite amazing.
Yeah, I think it does really put him a lot more solidly into the competitive scene, and we might be seeing a little bit more of Pudge in the near future. I think it is pretty safe to assume that this is going to be a roaming Pudge, and at the very least, an offlane Pudge, getting a little bit of experience to start things off, and then you can swap another support into there to soak the XP, while Pudge is out looking for ganks. A mid Pudge, although it's what you're going to be seeing most often inside your pubs, it's just so easy to tell when he's missing, and really makes it hard for him to find those openings.
Yep, I definitely like it. I mean, Pudge. I actually try to remember when I casted the last time a Pudge. It must have been, I think, last year. Okay, never mind. That's a bad one, but no, early 214. That's probably the last time I saw a Pudge. Everything else was just like fun picks. But let's see, we have a Warlock. Warlock is actually something that comes also slowly but steadily back into the meta. If the Warlock gets a ton of farm, that's like nice disable on all of the enemies in a big fat team fight if they group up, and the damage you should never underestimate it. That's the funny part. Most people underestimate it. Like they say like, golem, it won't kill me, but like when one or then later even 2 or maybe 4 golems hit you, especially with the proc chance on their right clicks, it's quite amazing how many kills Warlocks get. Like we saw it in iLeague. For example, some Chinese teams picked it up in the iLeague qualifiers casted here by HeflaTV. We saw it even in the in the C qualifiers, some Warlock picks, and all of the Warlocks I casted, they won. So I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah. For Warlock, at the very least, whenever I've seen it, if you're able to work effectively around the cooldown and get objectives whenever you have your chaotic offering up, it really does work wonders for you. But then again, if you're not able to play that tempo-based game where you, I don't know, have these bursts of aggression once you have that cooldown available, and then you kind of fall back, wait for it again, and you don't succeed, that's when Warlock starts to get a little bit sketchy. I've seen several Warlocks as of late, and it's pretty hit or miss whether or not they actually are able to accomplish much. Business Gaming do have a very scary frontline team fight, and that's going to get them comfortable enough to pick up a sniper. I really hate this pick. Against a Pudge, Nature's Prophet, Juggernaut, swaps from the Vengeful Spirit, I don't really see the rhyme or reason to picking up a sniper.
Yeah, sniper. I mean, first of all, compLexity is picking 2 heroes that Business Gaming had last game, so they're like, yo guys. Oh, actually, never mind. Nature's Prophet was on compLexity. I'm completely... So it's just a Juggernaut, but yeah, the sniper now, Warlock and sniper. It's actually quite interesting, especially if it comes down to execution again. Right now we have the Fisher, like even the Viper Strike, and of course the Warlock ultimate, locking people in place, slowing them. And we have the sniper now with the reworked shrapnel. It's quite interesting. You have 3 charges, of course, if you have them for the team fight. Sometimes they're used before, but still, it's quite nice because you can really place the shrapnels on targets that are fissured, for example, on a target that is trying to run away with the Viper Strike. Not to mention, of course, then the Warlock stun by ultimate and the Shrapnel on top of it. So that's quite nice actually for targets like the Pudge, for example. He will die pretty fast, especially if he has Rod on. Just imagine Viper Strike on him, Shrapnel ticking under him, some right clicks, he's dying really fast. Vengeful Spirit has to be careful. The Nature's Prophet, this is one of the builds where I support the Blade Mail, just because you know that all this damage is coming. So if you're one of the targets that dies relatively early in a team fight, if you actually have to take the heat, then at least do it with the Blade Mail and do as much as possible damage. And he is actually doing quite some damage, because you can't stop it. You can't stop all of it, that's the problem. Viper Strike, Shrapnel, Warlock Ultimate, none of it you can't really stop. So Blade Mail is actually doing quite some effective job here.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite applications of the Sniper Shrapnel, now with the 3 charges, is just to get vision. And in that sense, it's kind of nice just to keep tabs on the Pudge. It kind of works like wards in the middle of a team fight, and that's really when you want to have that vision, just with the ability to cast 3 of those ASAP. Especially when I've seen BBC play it, whenever he's on that Sniper, tends to use it pretty much all at once during these big scale engagements, which could be interesting to see. For compLexity's gaming... compLexity Gaming's last pick, it's probably going to be a mid-hero for them. I don't expect this Pudge to be run in the mid lane, or the Nature's Prophet for that matter. It's probably just going to be something to go up against this Viper, and really there isn't anything great to throw there. What are your thoughts on what they should pick up? Zeus.
Oh,
exactly.
Zeus.
Radiant's pick.
My first pick.
Well, it's pretty decent-ish, I guess. I didn't expect it, but of course... The biggest problem is the sniper. The sniper really has to be careful this game. I mean, there's so much coming his way. There's always a Juggernaut waiting with an Omni Slash. And I mean, the sniper is coming with so low HP. That's the biggest problem. Like, if the sniper is getting hooked, the fight is pretty much over, because you need the damage of the sniper at the moment for business gaming. Because where else is the damage coming from? Like, Viper is just benefiting from targets that are really, really low. Then, and it starts to all, like, really hurt for compLexity. But... well, that sniper really... oh my god.
Yes!
No. Ricky, Sniper, Warlock, and a Pudge on the other side. Like, this drafting is just
This is
nuts.
wonderful. Okay, we're in for a treat. No matter who wins this game, I don't think it actually matters for anybody. We actually get to see, like... okay, so me personally, I have, like, this wish list of heroes that are never going to get picked ever, and we have, like, 4 of them in this game.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I mean, Warlock, as I said, is more often picked now. Pudge is, even after the buff, still, I don't know, not something I see back in like bigger tournaments or something. But of course, here and there are some games, or games where it doesn't matter, then we see it. I mean, sometimes we see people even picking Teshis, right, just for the heck of it. But well, the rest, Ricky, we had. Can you remember, like, when Ricky got his what?
To answer the question I think you're going to ask, as well as something you brought up earlier in the draft, the only team that I've seen that consistently runs Ricky and Pudge is Leviathan, and outside of that,
yeah,
you hardly ever see it.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say, like, we had actually quite some Ricky picks when the first buff on him came, when the permanent invisibility came into the game. That was which patch? 6.8. I have no idea.
I want to say.
But yeah, then we had BBC, for example, picking them up. We had Leviathan, those teams, like the teams that are known for like their new drafts. So I definitely like that. But either way, let's introduce them really fast before we see some action here. Actually, we might see action on the Ricky already, because he's running into a sentry ward. He's going here. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Look at this. This would have been so perfect, but the Pudge didn't see him. But they're not dewarding at the moment, so they're not giving away that there's a sentry. But yeah, now the Vengeful Spirit. And the Ricky was like, oh, damn it. I'm so glad I didn't go any further there, because that would have been... what a
disaster.
Trap. Yeah.
It really would have been. It's a good read by compLexity, and honestly, I'm a little bummed out that it didn't work out for them. Offlane Ricky definitely can work out. He's going to snag himself a bounty rune. And that is going to be a nice early start for this Ricky, but... outside of this, there's really not much else that you can do as the Ricky. You kind of just soak experience, get farm here and there. That's about it.
Yep, so let's really fast introduce them. We have Swindle here on the Juggernaut at the moment in the safe lane. Behind him there we have Moon. We are on the Vengeful Spirit. In the mid we're going to see Mr. Beaver, the stand-in for Vaga. Mr. Setfreak is on the Pudge. And of course in the offline we have Limp on Nature's Prophet again.
And on TPG's side, we're going to have Ricky currently stalking deep inside enemy woods. Going to be played by Quilly. Hook from the Pudge going to land onto a creep. Mid lane, it's going to be Sniper by Mindgate. Bottom lane, Tri-Lane with Viper farming, played by WMD. Bella on the Warlock, and Earthshaker handled by Diamond.
Yep. And what do you say anyway? Like that Ricky after the Zeus? There was this direction. Oh, and it was the other way around. It was Ricky and then Zeus. No. It was,
no, it was Zeus and then Ricky. Last pick Ricky.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's the way I thought, and it's kind of interesting, to be honest. It's very interesting because that Ricky, I mean, invisibility is a cool thing, but this game I don't think he's gonna be too invisible.
No, not really. Between the ultimate and the Thunderbolts just randomly spotting out, Quilly is, for the most part, going to be visible to the enemy team. He's currently under tower, just getting a little bit of experience here and there, but honestly, I don't see the moment where this Ricky's actually going to be able to accomplish much. Mindgate on the mid sniper, before the patch, usually mid sniper was there to put pressure onto the tier 1 tower consistently, kind of akin to like a Jakiro with his liquid fire, just max out that shrapnel early on.
Yeah, but even now, like some players on the sniper, and sometimes we see him even in tier 1 teams being picked up, and they still go for shrapnel just for the sake of like driving the Zeus out. But then again, the Zeus can really stand back and then just play around with arc lightning and still getting his last hit. So that's, I guess, the reason he choose like 1 point headshot, 1 point take aim at the moment. He's going into shrapnel now. We have to see like how he places the next talent points. I'm really looking forward to this, because what is this gonna be like? Shrapnel all out, or maybe he's saying for the laning at the moment, screw it, against the Zeus I'm going for more take aim, for example.
Yeah, honestly I don't know. There's a lot of questions about this draft where neither team really has anything clear to make something happen, but if you just get a stray hook landing from the Pudge, or if somebody from compLexity gets caught out of position like the Zeus or Vengeful Spirit, there is some killing potential, but again, like the game before, there's really nothing that immediately says they're going to get a kill. Fissure thrown out by this Earthshaker, trying to kill off this Treant, but honestly, will they be able to track it down? It's going to be 1 CS, but probably not worth it for the clarity, to be honest, that Earthshaker's going to have to spend.
Yeah, that's the second one running in, just for the sake of blocking it. Like, the Nature's Prophet at the moment just doing, I don't know, the little harassed, and they're not gonna manage to kill it. Like, the camp blocked again, just 2 CS given away for the supports, but Limp at the moment, like, really nice performance on the Nature's Prophet so far. Last game already, he stood his ground in the lane against the Omni Knight. Where did I get Omni Knight? Omni Slash, yeah, Juggernaut with Omni Slash. He only died once. Omni Knight, well, as I said, I haven't been casting for ages.
Yeah, pretty much. For now, Nature's Prophet going to be chilling down in bottom. Looks like it is going to be the workings of a Blade Mail build for him. Starting out with the 2 circlets. It's a pretty efficient way to use your slots as well as get that extra stats, and builds pretty nicely into the Null Talismans later on. Nobody's really reserved to drop off into the jungle yet, but compLexity, they are controlling their lanes decently well. Zeus is been partnered up with this Pudge for the most part in the dual lane mid, but still have yet to see a Z-Free Cook land.
What's quite interesting actually is the top lane, because like there's still a sentry ward on Moon Meander, but he does not just place it in the lane. So the Ricky at the moment is just standing there and getting all the XP, even some occasional, I don't know, last hit. But that's pretty much it. He has 1 last hit at the moment, so he's not even taking the chances. He's really just going for the XP at the moment.
Yeah. Right now, the Ricky is going to get a decent chunk of that under the tower, but Nature's Prophet definitely having a better time as far as the offlaners are concerned. He's taking a lot of harass from WMD, and it's going to be forced to TP all the way back towards his well and get his HP there, but still sitting at level 5, whereas the Ricky is only at level 4 and getting quite a bit more farm on top of it.
Yep, and also our question of the sniper is pretty much answered. He has now 3 points in it. He's almost level 6, so let's see where this one is going. I mean, maybe we see some aggressive play. The downside of shrapnel and actually using it in lane is, of course, that you push. That's the real downside, especially with the Pudge on the other side. Like, you really feel more comfortable around your own tower. But at the moment, well, he's doing fine. CS-wise, he's 24 and 10, and the Zeus is a bit behind. He's 21 and 4. But it's quite even after all. Like, the Arc Lightning is just working out, as well as like the bottle crowing on the Zeus. But the only problem is now the Courier is still busy with someone else, and the microing is not really coming out. So that's quite some time lost. Or maybe he's waiting for the 6-minute rune.
Yeah, it looks like he is just going to wait for that 6-minute rune spawn, but the shrapnel spam coming out from the sniper has also pushed the creep wave under his tower. So there's not going to be a clear opening to look for that, but still we're without first blood. Mungate's going to go ahead and farm over in the sidelines at his medium camp, which is something he definitely can do. Z-Freak is going to be farming inside the jungle.
By the way, have you mentioned that, like, that he does this hook the creep out and pull the creep wave and stuff? Like, because I just saw it. I just woke up
but it is
and
quite
saw
cute.
it. Yeah, he did it already once, but I didn't realize it. Like, I didn't see the creep wave was there. I was just like, okay, he was full HP, is rotting down a camp, and then going back to base, but he's actually pulling the creep wave. That's why it wasn't so pushed out in the mid, even though the sniper is using the shrapnel. So yeah, as I said, I'm a bit sleeping today. After all, for me, it's night. For you, it's like afternoonish.
No, it's night too.
Oh, okay, never mind that.
It's just super night over in Europe. Either way, it's really just going to be quite a passive game. I was expecting a lot more aggression coming up from both of these teams, especially after these pocket picks. I would say, in particular, the Pudge and Nature's Prophet, being able to globally TP on whenever you have a hook landing.
Oh, in the mid. I think this is our first blood. We're looking for it. He's still standing in the shrapnel here, but the Juggernaut is actually getting the first blood top, and they're just gonna go for Beaver. He's using his ultimate just before he's dying. In the end, he's not really contributing to anything except for the Earthshaker kill there. So it's a 2-for-1 trade after all.
Yeah, the one kill going the way of TVG, but compLexity also get the first blood. Overall, it's going to favor them. That Riki kill, I did not see anything of it, but it is, again, going to be the first use of the Omni Slash that secures that first blood. As we saw in the earlier game, it's very easy to get caught off like that, and honestly, it's pretty safe to assume that you can catch somebody off guard immediately once you tick that level 6 mark.
Yep, I'm not quite sure what that observer ward directly in front of the tower is. I mean, that the sentry ward is getting used there for the Riki, that's, yeah, obvious, and that it happened or had to happen. That was obvious. That's how they got the kill on the Riki. Still the observer ward that, well, I'm kind of surprised by it. But we have a smoke gank. We have a smoke gank by Moonmeander and Setfreak here. They're looking for something. The sniper, for example, is an easy target. Like, with a Pudge and a Vengeful Spirit, you can easily do that. This is only 800 HP you have to get down. He's not even full HP by now. The hook does almost half of the HP, and then a Magic Missile. That's pretty much end of the story.
Willie potentially going to pop this smoke, but they are going to look for the long wraparound. The smoke might pop onto Moonmeander if the Riki walks a little bit further. He's just going to be sitting on the 6-minute rune. It does pop immediately, and now double damage rune picked up by the bench. Man fight up against Quilly with the Magic Missile and Hook coming out from the Pudge. Nature's Prophet ultimate, the damage isn't there. They do not have detection on any of these heroes. TP in from Limp, no smoke onto him. Quilly surviving for now. They get a little bit of vision with the Zeus ultimate. Do they have the damage? They don't. Quilly should be able to run away out of this one.
Oh, that is kind of bad news. Like, committing that Zeus ultimate, and the Zeus is gonna die here in the mid. That's just one more right click needed, and the Earthshaker is actually the one getting credit for it. But that's the Pudge. The Pudge is looking for something. Now give us a good hook. But at the moment, no, it's not really working. He's just not finding anything to hook. So yeah, nice play there by TBG. Nice play by the Riki, even though it was more of compLexity's lack of damage than his skill getting him out of the situation. But in the end, only results matter in Dota 2, and the fact is he survived and the Zeus went down.
Yeah, for now TP is up towards top, looking towards the Juggernaut. He's going to get Viper Striked up. He has the spin TP, and he's going to use that. In fact, Quilly dropping incredibly low to just the spin AoE damage. TP for the TP spent on the Juggernaut, more or less an even trade, although the Viper is going to be forced to walk all the way back down towards bottom, unless he gets the lane far top, which it looks like he will.
The funny part about this top fight is, I think, maybe it would have been a really close call, but in theory he could have made it out of the smoke. It's only a level 1 with a 250 radius. Could have done the Omni Slash. That would have definitely be a kill on the Riki under the sentry ward, and then try to spin and TP out. But maybe the Viper would have killed him off, make it a 1-1 trade. But with some luck, he might have managed there something more. Oh, but Moonmeander meets the Viper and instantly has to TP out because he knows that he can't get away from them.
Yeah, it's going to be good reaction coming out from Moon. He'll make his way all the way back towards base. Pudge still has yet to really set much up, although he is 1-0 with this team only getting 2 kills. I'd like to see Z-Freak look at the very least for some more of these hooks. He's been sitting on the cooldown for quite some time and really just hasn't thrown very many out, to be honest. Bannerun going to be picked up by him, nobody else in the vicinity. Yeah,
it would have been actually nice. Like, right now, I think they should try to do more with the Earthshaker. It worked twice on the Zeus already, but right now, for example, this Pudge going for the Bounty Rune, I think that would have been a nice kill if the Viper would have been in a better position here. Like, even Viper Strike from high ground, if the range would have been enough, I'm not sure. I don't think it was, but I don't know, maybe a nice block on Fisher and then the Viper rotating in. A Pudge is something easy to kill because he has nothing to get away at the moment. This is a support Pudge. There's no force stuffing, no nothing coming out by him. But yeah, they are trying rather to go for a soft target, and that is the Zeus. They have vision on him by the Ricky. It's daytime. But yeah, what they need is a good Fisher and then work with the shrapnels. Just getting him a tiny bit low and then the assassinate, it should be just fine. But instead we see compLexity go on top.
Yeah, they'll push down this tower very easily with the healing ward. Zeus ultimate pop, they get vision of the Ricky over inside the dire woods. But yeah, this is going to scare the tier 1 tower push. Decent use of the scouting coming out from the Zeus ultimate.
Yep, and the Pudge destroyed the Viper, just hooking him on the tower. Oh my god, the Ricky running into the sentry ward. There's the Omni Slash. Man, I think he should have known that there is a sentry ward. It might have been not even a new one. I mean, this is actually a new one, but he should have suspected one. In the mid, we have the sniper going down as well. This is so bad news.
Just like that, 3-0 going the way of compLexity as they pick up pickoffs after pickoffs. One in bottom, one in mid, and one in top, and now a tier 1 tower after the fact. This is the explosive pushing power coming out from the lineup that really was missing from TBG in game number 1. Fisher's going to delay the push a little bit, but still, things are falling off of the wheels very quickly for TBG. Just
yeah. Especially, it's not about that they lose something, it's how they lose it. I mean, the Viper dying solo to a support Pudge just because he hooks him under the tower, and that has been just enough. He didn't finish his mech yet, he is just 100 gold off, but still, this solo kill is so much worth it. I think the Pudge got almost 2 levels there or so. And then the Ricky running into a sentry ward where he should have known that there is maybe still a residual one or a new one top. And well, the kill on the mid was probably the only legit one, with the Furion coming in for the first time, showing himself there. But yeah, they lose 2 tier 1 towers and 3 deaths. That's really bad news. I don't want to see this gold swing because it's going to be heavy.
It really is. It's going to be upwards of 3,000 gold in the favor now of compLexity and 3,000 in the experience as well. Looking really good for them. Mechanism purchased up by TBG, but honestly, are they going to be able to push any towers with this mech? I'm not so sure. Right now, the lanes are being controlled well by compLexity, and there's just not a clear spot for them to group up and look for objectives. And that's really what you need to do once you get this mech.
Oh, this Pudge. This Pudge has to be careful. He has still 5 seconds on his TP here, and the Viper is trying to find him, but yeah, he just got outmaneuvered there. Like, easy one. Even the Fisher is completely off target, and that's another opportunity gone for compLexity. They had an easy kill there. I mean, the Pudge was visible. All they needed is like one right click, the poison attack, or the Viper strike. Like, they have the interrupt by the Earthshaker for the TP out. But yeah, they're just not using their opportunities, and this one was an easy one, given on a tablet with a silver spoon.
Yeah, right now it's just compLexity sitting back, farming up because they can. TBG are making decent use of the jungle to get some sniper extra farm, but honestly, this Mask of Madness from Mindgate really isn't going to be doing all that much, except for accelerating towards that next major item. There's not really a spot where the sniper is going to be comfortable in this game. I think he just needs to go for more or less a glass cannon build, and that's scary.
Yep, what we also haven't seen yet is a Warlock ultimate. He's just level 6, but oh my god, they just found him here. There's the swap, there's the stun, where's the Omni Slash? He's not in range, but is he using it? Well, he wants to, he really wants to. Using the spin at the moment, and they even get the vision on the Ricky now with the ultimate, but nice blink out. The Viper's coming in, maybe trying to do something, but yeah, Moon Meander, he's not even bothering with his ultimate. Interrupted the Viper strike, because there was no point in it, but Swindle's looking for a low target. Viper's the wrong one. If the Earthshaker's coming around, that might be it. And now look at the luck of him. That was so good. And now with the damage of the Zeus, that might even be enough. In the end, Swindle chooses to just TP out. And that is a 2-for-0 trade.
Yeah, Beaver's also going to make a clean TP. And honestly, TBG just don't have a lot of ways to cancel that channeling. Warlock ultimate and Earthshaker's kits, all that they have. Sniper ultimate, I suppose.
And that's the funny part. Like, the two that actually can interrupt the TPs, they both died. Like, Warlock died, Earthshaker died, and from there on, compLexity can do whatever they want. Like, just go in, get a bit low, and then TP out, and TPG can just watch how they are back to the fountain. That's it.
In the meantime, they'll push down bottom. Tier 1 tower is going to follow the Pudge and Nature's Prophet while that space is being created up towards top. Grouped up, they can also look for a fairly easy kill if they can spot out Bella. They don't know the Warlock's here, so they're not even going to fish for it. Instead, setting their sights on mid, potentially.
Yep, and this is, I don't know, this is really getting dangerous. The Pudge at the moment saving up some gold. I think a blink dagger on him would be definitely nice. He can catch out the Oh, never mind. The Ricky at the moment scouting, but that's... Oh my god, do they have vision? Yes, they have vision on him, but where's the hook? Now we have to see the hook. Never mind that. Arc Lightning is just enough, and they just settle for this one.
Yeah, it's going to be a really easy pickoff for them. It was TBG to think that they had the upper hand in that engagement since they spotted out the Zeus roaming around with this ward, but they had no vision on the Venge or the Pudge, so it was going to be a pretty easy kill for them. Blink Dagger purchased up on the Sniper is probably the best way that Mindgate can keep himself safe, but really TBG just haven't been able to find anything. No kills, no major objectives.
Oh, but this time, this is a good ward, but look, they're just TPing out Moonmeander again. Like, it's just... If you use the Fissure as an initiator, then you have nothing unless you really get next to him for your enchant totem. It's really so sad to see this, and well, this is one of those situations where even the sniper buff, nerf, whatever you call it, it always depends on the situation. If headshot was the old headshot, that would be so nice. But oh, at the moment they want to go for the Juggernaut, but Omni Slash just saying hello.
Yeah, Mask of Madness does not help you against Omni Slash. If anybody had a question about that, Swindle is going to find himself a really easy pickup on the Sniper. And right now, although it is expensive for them to invest in these TPs, it's just keeping them so safe. TBG have not found a single kill.
I mean, the Sniper has now a Blink Dagger, but what was that? Baiting the Juggernaut to just run for him for the Omni Slash and then blink out, but he didn't have the Blink Dagger at that point. It's I don't know. This was so... I mean... If I wasn't a caster, I would say stupid, but, well, it was, let's say, not a very optimal play.
Yeah, right now the map control is also falling around TBG. They're forced to go for very defensive wards, but the Zeus is constantly scouting them out. It's going to be Roshan and Temper and compLexity, and honestly, I don't see a great way for TBG to contest this. If there ever was a time for the Warlock ultimate to come out, it would be now, but this Roshan might fall too quickly. Looks like it's just going to be Swindo solo inside the pit as they look towards mid. This could be a big opening for TBG if they can find anybody to go on.
Oh, and they might find Ricky here, the Zeus. If he just gives random vision, but he sees them both now, and actually now they might be cornered. They have now vision on the Ricky. They go here for the Zeus. That's an easy kill. That's number one, but the Pudge is hooking him, and that's also an easy kill. There's another stun. The Assassinate is also not gonna help, but the Pudge, well, do we see an ultimate? Yes, this time they're just gonna go for it. Interrupt the TP. Still, Roshan is going down. The Viper now being surrounded here. There is no Omni Slash, but yeah, the right click should be just enough. Moonmeander makes it out on the skin of his teeth. That was like, what, 20 HP or so at the fountain? But in the end, it's a 2-for-2 trade. But again, compLexity with Roshan on top of it, coming out as winner here.
Yeah. The fight recap is a little bit misleading as it doesn't include the Viper kill inside all of that. It is a fairly even trade, especially considering that's your first usage of Warlock ultimate. And honestly, Bella is a pretty useless hero for the next 2 minutes or so. Upheaval is nice to have and all, but not going to save you from this. TP in, limp, he's gone, TPing out, he's going to be able to make it. There's nothing that they can use to cancel it. Quilly had to be an Earthshaker there, and even then he had to TP in first. There's just nothing they can do.
I really, this is one of the games where TP scroll is better than any item. Like, it's just crazy. Limp just coming in, he knows the Warlock has no ultimate, he knows that when the Sniper is TPing first, the Earthshaker's TP is gonna be longer, and there's nothing that can stop him. So TP scroll, just MVP at the moment.
It really is. I mean, if you needed any more convincing, TP Scroll is probably the best item in the game. Fissure is going to be spotted out by Moonmeander, and this could be a very easy vision for a swap. Swap! That's going to be it. He's completely screwed. TP away from Vengeful Spirit's going to keep her safe. My goodness, TP for a kill on the Earthshaker. Can't really ask for much more.
Nope, absolutely not. And, well, we also have the same situation like last game that like TPG doesn't even make a dent on the tier 1 towers, like top full HP. Bottom lost a third, mid lost not even a third, we're talking about a fifth maybe. And I don't know, the Juggernaut at the moment with the healing ward, like this healing ward is just doing the job. Like you can hit the Juggernaut, but sure, he doesn't care. Like a level 4 ward actually regenerates faster than the fountain itself. So yeah, whatever, he really doesn't care.
Yeah, it really isn't. That level 4 healing ward, Sniper hardly tickles at this point. Blink and Mask of Madness are nice positioning tools to have, but honestly need something more smashy. They're going to get vision up towards top, almost killing off Quilly, but not quite. Nature's Prophet going to be forced out of there. The rookie drops low, but doesn't fall.
Yeah, but let's see, in the mid, they're looking for something. We have another Omni Slash, we have Moonmeander on the smoke. He's smoking, and there's the Pudge coming in with the Blink Dagger. He's getting interrupted by the Viper already being so low. Beautiful Acro Slam here. Make this a 1-1 trade at the moment. Moonwind is still trying to find something, but, well, he's in trouble now. There's so much damage coming his way. The swap on the Sniper actually beautiful. In the end, well, Sniper has to run ASAP. Look at the spin damage on all 3 targets here, and he can still go for the Reckless. Viper bought back, and, well, at least they get something out of this. Make it a 3-for-3 trade here, but Swindle is still up and running. Question is what direction is he running? Nope, he's running away now.
It's going to be a 3-for-4 question mark with the buyback on the Viper. It's still going to favor complexity, not even using the Aegis on Swindle. If he found any opportunity, there's a lot of ability for Swindle to go for more there, but now they can push top with the Nature's Prophet, and this is really the biggest difference. Even though the kill score is close, they're able to go for objectives after.
Yeah, I mean, by Heroes, it was already a loss for TPG just because of the buyback on the Viper and then not getting, like, anything afterwards. And like, losing a tier 2 tower, like, in the aftermath, that puts absolutely a thump on the whole equation. The biggest problem, or not even a problem, like, for me, the MVP in the last fight was definitely Moonbiander. That swap was just golden. It was absolutely golden. Like, he was about to be assassinated by the Sniper, and that would have been a clean kill on the Vengeful Spirit, and then no way for complexity to come back into the game. But the swap, interrupting the assassinate, and putting the magic missile on the Sniper, so that the Sniper is actually getting wrecked by the Juggernaut, that was just beautiful. Like, without that play, complexity probably would have lost this fight.
Yeah, the next fight might go a little bit better for TBG since they do have a Warlock Golem now, but whenever they don't, it's really easy for complexity to find those engagements. And honestly, it started out pretty scrappily for them, with Pudge blinking in, then getting blown up. Decent Echo Slam coming up from the Earthshaker, turns it around, but my goodness. Okay, so this is something you don't ever do. They had a ward here, got dewarded by Zeus, then they place it again, it gets dewarded again.
Yeah, and look at this, the Sniper, he's so scared, but at the moment they have vision on the Pudge, and yeah, finally they can interrupt it. There's an Omni Slash the Viper being super low, the Pudge actually still not dead, but now there's the Warlock ultimate, the hook completely off target. At the moment, it's still a 1-for-0 trade, the second one is going down, the Sniper trying really his best, but now he's surrounded with the Zeus coming in. That's the end of the story. It's a 3-for-2 trade at the moment. Of course, they fight under the tier 2 tower here at the moment, but, well, the Jugger is finishing that one off. Buyback on the Sniper. That actually made it possible now. Assassinate on the Jugger, but he still has tons of HP. Wow, I'm surprised. Like, it looked so good for complexity for a time, but then, yeah, with the buyback.
Yeah, I don't know. That fight was an absolute Charlie Foxtrot. There really wasn't anything.
A what? Charlie Foxtrot?
Yeah, an absolute cluster. There just wasn't anything clean about it. It was very messy, very spread out. The Warlock Golem was good, and at that point, complexity, they jump in deeper and look for kills with the Zeus and the Vengeful Spirit, get chased around by the Riki. Everything dies.
Oh, look at this.
Ooh.
5 seconds on the Omni Slash and an invisibility rune on the Juggernaut. He's heading towards the Sniper, but now he's heading back, but the Sniper is going his way. Oh my god, if he's under that... Oh my god, if he sees him, never mind. Now he's at the creeps, but that would have been so good. Swindle might still go in. Never mind that, look at it. It's all on the Viper, and it's an easy kill. Even the... Never mind that, he's just getting them all. Now the problem is, though, he doesn't really get out. It's the timing on the Assassinate, right? No, the swap is coming, and oh my god, he's getting the kill. Moonmeander, maybe the revenge? Yeah, there it is. But now he's gonna pay for it. But they got the Sniper kill, and that's it. The hook on the Riki, so Pudge is gonna be the happy one, and Bella, well, you can't really fight this one. He's trying to get... Well, never mind that. It's a full 5-man wipe.
Yeah, Moonmeander survives throughout all of that. Really well played. Finally, we get to see this Pudge actually do something in that last fight. Buyback by the Riki, but honestly, what is he going to be able to accomplish with that? Probably should have held it for a little bit longer. He has a Diffusal Blade looking to snipe off Moonmeander, I think. But really, where is he going? Quilly is walking well away from
that is
space.
Suicide, what he's doing at the moment. Like, I mean, they have vision, they have a Pudge, they have everything. Like, his buyback, the buyback on a Riki was completely useless. Like, by now he would have been, like, respawning in 20 seconds, and it seems like complexity is not going for the tier 3 tower, which means, yeah, completely wasted buyback. We have a buyback now on the Viper, then on the Sniper, and now on the Riki. And except for the Sniper buyback, nothing really was of consequence.
The net worth graph pretty much tells the story of this game. It's just a downward slope in the favor of complexity. There's a little bit of hope there. A couple of minutes
that was the
back,
bottom fight.
Yeah, that was it. And It's a very similar graphic experience, very much in the favor of complexity as TBG just aren't finding any progression as when it comes to items, and complexity are. This Juggernaut now sitting on Aghanim Scepter, Manta-style drums. You have the makings of a pipe for the Pudge, and a Blink Dagger on the Zeus. All the mobility in the world for him.
Yep, I definitely like that craft. Like, you saw that little small token of hope there around that bottom tier 2 fight. It was, of course, with the buyback, but it gave me a tiny bit hope for the game, but everything that followed after was just the same disaster in rinse and repeat mode. But let's see. Oh my god, they're gonna initiate again on the sniper, hooked, and my god, is he dying fast with the activated Mask of Madness, obviously. And now the Riki, well, where's the hook? Still on cooldown.
Yeah, unfortunately, he was able to blink strike to creeps, but now complexity, they're completely strangling TBG. If you look at all of the lanes, the equilibrium is vastly in their favor. Nature's Prophet pushing down bottom, mid lanes being pushed by complexity. They might even consider going high ground here. Even without an Aegis, they have Omni Slash and all the tools in the world.
To be honest, the only one who can effectively stop a push is the Sniper with Shrapnel. It's cleaning out the creeps and everything. Oh, never mind. Swap here on the Viper and Omni Slash is taking care of it. Moon Meander even getting a safe escape with the hook. I don't think that was intended, but never mind. Limp is coming in. The Riki is trying to stop it, and actually he's dying, but not before, of course. Well, the Warlock is down. Riki, again, the last survivor. There's just nothing they can do, and they're all full HP. The ward of the Juggernaut healed them all up in all of this. I just don't see it happening. Like, they don't even get to use the chaotic offering or anything like that.
Yeah, which is really damning for them. Even though Nature's Prophet does kind of suicide for it, it works out. Without that cooldown, the ability for TBG to take fights is almost zero, if it wasn't already. Right now, it's complexity, just being able to fall back and rinse and repeat. Maybe even wait for the next stages if they really want to play things carefully. That'll be up in about a minute.
By the way, correct me if I'm wrong, but we only saw one Warlock ultimate so far, right, this game? 27 minutes in, and that was just that bottom fight, and that was... The funny thing is, the initial one was only used to interrupt the Pudge TP.
Yeah, I think we've seen two, but yeah, there was one to cancel a Pudge TP and one more, and that was it.
Yeah, but yeah, it's still the Warlock pick so far. It's not really working out. Moon Meander being invisible here, he's scouting out pretty much everything. Bella is around here. Problem is, follow-up damage is missing at the moment, so, well... I mean, there's definitely no vision coming out from TBG's side, so he can scout whatever he wants. He still has about 10 seconds on this one, and with the Nature's Prophet coming in, stun, and that's pretty much it. Riki can just watch his friend die. Maybe he's going for... Never mind that. Bought him.
No.
Oh, Omni Slash. Never mind the creeps to the rescue.
It's going to save their sniper's life, who's actually gone for a Basher this game. Honestly, I think you kind of need a YOLO option, and Basher might just be it, but it really feels like they've kind of given up.
He needed a Basher for the about 50,000 TPs that happened for complexity in the early stage. Now the Basher feels kind of, I don't know, if it's... I just don't see it having any effect, especially with one laner Rex down, and the situation on the crafts is just escalating. We have 20,000 experience heading towards the 25k in gold. As said, the Basher 50 minutes ago, yes, I would have said, okay, if that would have been an equal craft and they would have TP'd out like they did before, but now it's, I just don't see it.
Roshan going to be taken very easily by complexity. It's going to be a double life for somebody, and that somebody is going to be Juggernaut. Instant smoke coming out from them as well. Right now, TBG are completely bottled up inside their base, but complexity, they have all 5 men ready to look for a fight. Nature's Prophet can TP in at a moment's notice. If anybody gets outside of this base, they're completely screwed. And honestly, even inside their base...
That hook on the sniper, and that's the end of the story. That's also end of the game, because we don't have a buyback on the sniper, if I'm not mistaken. He still has 20 seconds cooldown and 800 gold short of it. So yeah, give that good hook, and we have it.
Oh, Omni Slash from the low ground. Poor Earthshaker going to be obliterated, as is the Viper. The burst damage from complexity is ridiculous. All they wanted in this world was to de-ward the ward, but yeah. It's going to cost them 3 for that 50 gold. Definitely not worth it. Buyback from the Viper. Sniper is still up and kicking, but where is he kicking? He's inside his base. Can't actually do much there. Dismember going the way of Quilly. Quilly dropping low is going to lose his life. Swap onto the Viper, and that's going to be the end of WMD's life on top of it. Sniper is the only one surviving, and honestly, he's not going to be surviving for long if complexity have their way. From the high ground, he's hitting, but oh, they're going to get a magic missile. They just need a little bit more blink in to the fountain coming out from the Pudge. That's a full 5-man wipe, and might as well be GG.
Yeah, this is absolutely GG. There's nothing I can do. I mean, you just saw like one right click of the Juggernaut at the moment with level 20 to not too much damage items. This is just like nice items like, oh, never mind, hook of the Warlock. It's not even worth to cast. Too fast to cast, in fact. But yeah, one right click, one crit there took like almost half of the HP of the Viper. I mean, a Viper with a Rave Band and a Mechanism, that's everything but tanky. But I don't know, my last words for this match is definitely my MVP when it comes to plays, definitely Moon Meander. Like, this game, he really showed what he can do on a Vengeful Spirit. Like, multiple plays that were really nice. Of course, when it comes to damage dealing, the Juggernaut, absolutely amazing. The Pudge was okay. He did his job, supporting and then transitioning into Blink Dagger, disabling targets. But other than that, it was, I don't know, I expected more from the Pudge. And for TBG, well, it was just not good enough.
It really wasn't. compLexity going to be a clean 2-0 for them and going to secure their spot further on in the playoffs of the Join Dota League. All of the brackets are up on joindota.com if you're interested in that. And as for the casting here, if you enjoyed it, feel free to follow us here on HeflaTV on Twitch. And we also have sites at Twitter and Facebook, also under the HeflaTV name. VODs will be uploaded to youtube.com/HeflaMoke if you want to watch those later on. But for now, that's going to be it. I've been Grandis V, and he's been HeflaMoke, and we're both signing out.
Bye-bye.